Before you dismiss this question, pause for just a moment. Look around you. The ground beneath your feet feels motionless. The horizon looks straight. The sky feels close, almost like a ceiling stretched over the world. Now here's the first uncomfortable thought. If the Earth were flat, would you even know? You've never seen the planet from space with your own eyes. You've never measured its curve personally. Everything you believe comes from images, instruments, and systems you trust but have never built yourself. Now here's the second, far more dangerous question. What if the biggest misconception in human history wasn't hidden in space, but right beneath your feet? Tonight, this isn't about belief. This isn't about ridicule. This is about curiosity, the kind that once pushed humanity to the edge of the world. So let's ask the forbidden question. What if the Earth was flat? Right now, science tells us Earth is a sphere, about 12,700 kilometers wide, spinning at over 1,600 kilometers per hour, orbiting the Sun at unimaginable speed, while the entire solar system races through the Milky Way. Yet none of that motion is felt. No wind screams past us, no vibration shakes the ground. Everything feels still. For most of human history, people believed exactly what their senses told them. The land was flat, the oceans stretched endlessly, the sky formed a vast dome overhead, with the sun, moon, and stars moving like lights across its surface. In ancient flat Earth models, the North Pole sat at the center of the world, continents spread outward like petals, and Antarctica wasn't a continent at the bottom of a globe, it was a massive ice wall surrounding everything, holding the oceans in place and marking the edge of existence. According to this idea, there is no South Pole. There is only an edge that no one is allowed to cross, and that raises an unsettling question. Who would benefit from hiding the true shape of the Earth? Governments? Scientists? Space agencies? Or is the truth simply more boring than the myth? To answer that, we need to go back in time. When did humanity decide the Earth was round? Surprisingly, not recently. More than 2,000 years ago, ancient Greek thinkers noticed something strange. When ships sailed away from shore, they didn't simply get smaller. First, the hull vanished, then the mast, then the sails. Something curved was blocking the view. Later, a man named Eratosthenes performed an experiment using shadows in two cities at the same time. He measured angles, distances, and sunlight and calculated Earth's circumference with shocking accuracy. No satellites, no rockets, no global conspiracy, just logic. So the idea of a spherical Earth isn't modern science fiction, it's an ancient observation. But let's pretend for a moment that Earth really is flat. How would that work? This is where the model begins to struggle. Gravity, as we understand it, pulls objects toward the center of mass. On a sphere, every direction down leads to the center. On a flat plane, that logic collapses. To explain gravity, flat Earth models suggest that Earth is accelerating upward constantly, pushing us down like the floor of a rapidly rising elevator. But here's the problem. If Earth accelerated upward forever, gravity would increase over time. Humans would become heavier. Buildings would strain differently. The atmosphere would compress differently. Eventually, life would become impossible. Yet gravity is stable, everywhere, all the time. That alone breaks the model. But let's continue. Where does the flat Earth idea fail most clearly? Air travel. Flights between the southern continents like South America to Australia are routine. On a globe, these routes are efficient and short. On a flat Earth map, they should take nearly double the time and fuel. Yet pilots, airlines, and independent trackers all record the same data. The numbers match the globe perfectly. Then there are time zones. If the sun moved in circles above a flat Earth, everyone should see it at once, just from different distances. But that's not what happens. Night falls in one place, while daylight continues elsewhere, in patterns that only make sense on a rotating sphere. And then there are the stars. In the northern hemisphere, the night sky rotates around Polaris. In the southern hemisphere, it rotates around a completely different point, two different celestial centers. On a flat Earth, this is impossible. On a globe, it's inevitable. So now we reach the question that truly matters. Why do people still believe the Earth is flat? Because this isn't about geography, it's about psychology. Humans crave meaning, we crave certainty, and in a world run by invisible systems, corporations, algorithms, and institutions we don't understand, believing you've discovered a hidden truth feels empowering. Flat Earth offers something powerful, a sense of control, a sense of awakening, a sense that you're not just another passenger on a spinning rock, and that feeling can be stronger than evidence. But reality doesn't bend to belief. Technology works because the Earth is exactly as physics predicts. Satellites orbit because gravity behaves precisely as calculated. GPS works because relativistic corrections match a spherical Earth moving through space. If the Earth were flat, modern civilization wouldn't function. Your phone wouldn't locate you. Weather forecasts would fail. Space telescopes wouldn't work. Navigation would collapse. Yet everything works quietly, consistently, and relentlessly. So let's end where we began. What if the Earth was flat? It would change everything, and yet nothing would work. The fact that our world functions so perfectly isn't evidence of deception, it's evidence of reality. The Earth is not flat, but the courage to question, that's what makes us human. And sometimes asking impossible questions isn't about finding new answers, it's about understanding why the old ones still stand. If you enjoyed this journey through science, mystery, and the edge of belief, subscribe to Space Facts, where we explore the universe, challenge impossible ideas, and uncover the truth hidden in plain sight.